We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First play, going to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2nd down and goal. Smith into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that, oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Gibson. And some room to maneuver. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He'll buy some time right. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Smith now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this 1st half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. After 7-0 on EA Sports. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they go play action with Howell. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts gets it to Strong. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They snap it to Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now throwing on first down here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. It's Howell with another throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, Smith. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
52's the mic right here. 52's the mic. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. In motion is Strong. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Smith on first down. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
I got you. 52's the Cup 19. Cup 19. Mike, come on, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
52, Mike, 52. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Young Mike, 52. Mike.
From the gun, here's Smith. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now Smith. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, I think everyone is watching. We're certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Faking the handoff, Howell. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Straight ahead, Gibson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about
He's got him in, complete, the 20, touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 95 yards, and the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. It's Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Fourth down, Howell. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on fourth. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll roll him out right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll go play action. Howell. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on second down. Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And his throw is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Taking a shot for Samuel. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Howell. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
A fairly short kick from the 14. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On first down, Hurts rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52. Mustang 19. I'm coming. Where's 52?
Hurts. Dancing to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Gets this one to Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.